Welcome to the Yamaha Garage. Before every ride, it's important to check your bike's chain slack, alignment, and lubrication as part of Yamaha's recommended pre-operation inspection. At a minimum, the drivetrain should be inspected for slack and alignment, as well as cleaned and lubricated after the initial break-in and after every race or 2.5 hours of riding. To help you follow this maintenance schedule, we're going to show you how to clean, inspect, adjust, and lube your drivetrain on your Yamaha YZ450F. We'll be using a YZ450F in this video, but you can follow along if you have any of these models, as the process is very similar. Inspecting, cleaning, and adjusting your bike's drivetrain will take approximately 30 minutes to complete with a Yamaha difficulty rating of just 2 wrenches. Before we start, let's make sure we have a clean bike and everything we need to successfully and safely complete this regular maintenance interval. You'll need a stand that safely elevates the rear wheel. We're using a sturdy aluminum GYTR stand. Click the link in the description below to head over to shopyamaha.com to purchase one. Yamalube off-road chain lube, nitrile gloves and safety glasses, plus these tools. With the bike secured on the stand, shift the transmission into the neutral position. Slowly rotate the rear wheel forward and clean the chain using a nylon brush, clean rag, or towel, or a specific chain cleaning tool. Be sure to keep fingers and loose clothing away from the sprockets and always spin the wheel slowly forward. Once clean, we will inspect the chain and ensure it meets specifications in 4 areas. Number 1, inspect the run of the chain. Make sure it's straight and runs smoothly between the front and rear sprocket. View it from behind as you rotate the wheel forward and look for any kinks, hops, or swerves as the chain rotates around the sprocket, which would indicate that the chain is out of alignment. We will show you how to adjust alignment a little bit later on in the video. Secondly, inspect the teeth on the sprocket. Be sure that they are not curved, chipped, or excessively worn. While we're here, let's ensure that the sprocket mounting bolts are tight. And for number 3, check for chain stretch wear by pulling on the stationary chain link at the back of the sprocket. The link should be snug on the sprocket all the way around. If the chain is stretched or if the sprocket shows wear, they should be immediately replaced as a set. If the chain is replaced without replacing the sprocket, it will likely cause premature wear on the new chain. Yamaha offers GYTR Ultra high performance chains, as well as chain and sprocket kits on shopyamaha.com. Let's now inspect the 4th and final spec and measure the drive chain slack. To measure the slack, pull the chain up at the chain guide installation bolt with an approximate force of 50 newtons or 11 pounds of force. The measurement between the top of the chain guide and the bottom edge of the chain link that is in line with the bolt should be 50 to 60 millimeters or between 2 and 2.3 inches. Any more or any less, the chain is out of spec and will need to be adjusted. To begin the chain adjustment, loosen the rear wheel axle nut and both of the drive chain puller lock nuts. Turn the adjusting bolt while you push the rear wheel forward to make sure that there is no clearance between the adjusting bolts and rear axle blocks until you reach the specified slack. Now we're going to adjust the alignment. To maintain proper chain alignment, calibrate both adjusting bolts evenly. Use the adjustment lines on the axle block and swing arm as a reference to keep the adjustment bolts even. If the adjustment lines on the block or swing arm are worn or unreadable, simply use a ruler to measure the length of the adjusting bolts to ensure that they are even on both sides. Next, we'll tighten the rear axle nut to the specific torque spec based on your bike's year and model. Rotate the rear wheel forward and recheck that the chain is straight from the rear sprocket to the front sprocket. Then, tighten your drivetrain puller lock nut to the specified torque for your bike. As a final inspection, slowly rotate the rear wheel by hand, stopping to measure the slack at random spots in the chain rotation. Their measurement should be consistent. Differences in the measurement could indicate a seized link in the chain, which would require replacement. Again, we recommend replacing the drive chain and both sprockets as a set. Using Yamalube off-road chain lube, begin to spray the chain beneath the swing arm while spinning the wheel until the entire length of the chain has been coated. Clean off any excess chain lube from any of the surrounding parts. Congratulations, you just serviced a drive change on your YZ. Thanks for watching, and make sure to check out Yamaha's YouTube channel for more tech tips. Now, let's get out and ride.